Alright? How y'all doing? If I look like shit, I mean, if I look more shit, tired, sick than normal, 'cause let's be honest, I'm always going to look like an ugly fucking, like a monster, like a thing that you just scraped off the bottom of your boots. That's the thing since birth, I can't help that. I can't help my face. But if I look more like the dead, it's because I genuinely feel it. Was I spent a month trying to kind of break habits of staying awake until early hours of the morning, getting a couple of hours of sleep, and then getting up, rinse, repeat until breakdown happens, until everything collapses. Do all that, like, yeah, I'm going to start going to bed early and all that kind of stuff, only to just, I wouldn't say sink back into habit, because it never stopped being the thing that I did. I was just actively trying not to, and then it's like, well, the not doing it never actually became habit. I never actually broke the habit, so I just found myself like, yep, we're just gonna stay awake until 3 o'clock in the morning, but you've still got to get up at, like, 6, 7 o'clock. Good luck. Keep going. I'm just getting sicker and sicker. Dude, I got so paranoid sick today that, like, I took a COVID test. I was like, mate, no way, because we had COVID in the house, and I was like, nah, no, can't be. I've just got a really bad headache. It's got a really bad headache, and I'm just feeling really dizzy. I'm just tired. I am tired. I got like 3 hours of sleep, but somehow I just managed to, like, I was tricking myself. It's not because of the way I choose to live. It's something else, and. Clear. Just, this is no way to live if you want to get shit done. It's great. I was never say there's no way to live if you want to get stuff done, but if you actually want to function as a human being, not a solid groove at all. Like, hardcore. Because the things that you try to get done just degrade and fall through the floor. I mean, I had a mini seizure, not literally, today. I was like, hang on, I had some bits to do, right? I had some audio to sort out. It's due tomorrow. It's not late. But I was, in my head, I'd told myself I'd already done it. So I sat at my computer for hours scrubbing through audio, thinking to myself, oh mate, I'm already exhausted and now I'm doing this. I wish I was doing it with a fresh mind. And my head weren't pounding and I wasn't like yawning all the time and literally limping through the day on caffeine and sugar. A monotonous task when you feel like shite just gets even worse. But done it, just really wishing I'd done it sooner. But the highlight of my day, another I wish I'd have done it sooner. I was told yesterday by Jubei that Zenith, an MMO that I play Monday, Fridays in VR, I stream it. I was told the servers were going to be down for 12 hours, which would have covered my stream period, so I would have missed it. I thought, what am I going to do instead? I got this groove that I would boot into my Linux machine, or I'd flip Belial over to its Linux drive that we only put in recently from the Linux gaming PC, just so we could have that extra horsepower. And I figured, you know what? Let's go for a Linux native game. And Tomb Raider, 2013 Tomb Raider, the first of the Tomb Raider reboots, is Linux native. I'm going to play that. I keep on meaning to play. I think the last time my save file said I tried to play was like 2016, long time ago, and it was on the Linux burner box too, my little business PC, right? But somewhere along the lines, the Linux native version doesn't seem happy with running on Arch anymore, and frankly, I couldn't be bothered to fix it. So I right-clicked, compatibility, proud on it, mate. Steam Player. Let's go for the Windows version in Linux, and we'll stream that. No one will notice. So I was saying, like, yeah, no one will notice. No one will notice. Well, of course they'll bloody notice. If there's people that know me, and I've been babbling on that people won't notice if I make the switch, any slight changes to my setup will be like, hang on. There's something different going on here. What's this? Is that Linux? Yeah, he fucking noticed, didn't he? Bloody divine. Hey mate, it's just the Linux box. Admittedly, I was having some caching issues early on in the game. It was stuttering like Elden Ring, like a mad fuck. It was stuttering like someone with a hardcore speech impediment. But it was, I'll tell you, like I said, it's something I wish I'd done earlier. I've played the earlier Tomb Raider games. I don't remember anything of Tomb Raider 3, but I've played the first two. And I actually remember playing Tomb Raider 2 on like a machine that could barely run it. At some point in my life, it was almost like they aren't my kind of games. When the reboots came out and they said they were coming out they were doing the Linux, Feral were doing the Linux ports, I was like, I'm gonna get those. I'm not really going for a reboot of Lara Croft with this more, girly girl Lara Croft. But fuck it, we'll get it anyway because they're supporting Linux. There's a Linux port. We'll rock that out. I mean, it could be fun, right? And then never actually played it. Like, I'd always load up the intro video or whatever, and then I'd never get much past that. That game's really fucking fun. It looks absolutely great. The combat is predictable, easy, but really, really fun. Traversing the world, pretty solid. I mean, like I said, it's predictable. It's really, 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 really predictable, but when you tack it all together, it's really, really good. And I really wish I'd played it sooner. I wish I'd played it back when the game came out in like 2013. I'm sure I've had it on other platforms too, but I've just never, ever, ever bothered to play it. It was so fun. It was really, really fun. And after everything cached up, it played really, really, really well. I think that's kind of a reoccurring thing, is that once caches are made, and everything like, certain textures and that are kind of cached, I think the performance is great. It's smooth. It's absolutely brilliant. It played like it was native. In fairness, actually, from what I've been told, the native back in the day was never particularly smooth. The next two in the Tomb Raider reboots, was it Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider? Are they the new ones? I don't know, but the two ones that come after 2013's Tomb Raider, I think it was either 2013 or 2016's Tomb Raider, whenever it was, those had much better ports. I'm hoping I'll be able to play those native. If not, I'm not actually all that bothered playing them on Proton. It was so fun. I love the bow and arrow. I'm not particularly stealthy in any game I play, but in that one, in Tomb Raider today, it was great just headshotting people with that bow and arrow, because that's your stealth, man. You can take out like 3 guys in a heartbeat. It was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. That's a gem of a game. Absolute gem of a game. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I'm well looking forward to that. It's nice to actually play mouse and keyboard on my PC again too. I haven't properly sat down to play a mouse and keyboard game outside of like Rand Nerds Vermintide or Valheim or something like that in some time, or like a random live stream thing. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, this was on a live stream, but because I started playing Metro on that off stream recently, I would have happily actually kept on going had I have not had to do other things today outside the stream. That was it's just so fun. That gaming fizz is there, and I'm finding it in all random places. But again, I have to thank Linux for that, because I probably wouldn't have thought of playing Tomb Raider had it have not had a native binary for Linux, even though it didn't bloody work. Same with Loop Hero. I would never have played Loop Hero if it didn't have a Linux binary, but that game's fucking great. I think I played, 4, 8, 9, many hours of just this little fucking geezer automatically running around a loop. Brilliant. So, proper dropping out of my comfort zone. Gonna have to go through Deus Ex and what's the second of the reboot Deus Ex games? I can't remember what the second actual Deus Ex game is, but that's the third one in the series, but it was the first one by Square Enix. And then there was Mankind Divided, I think, was the last one in the series. I need to go through those, because they seem actually quite fun. Again, other games I picked up that I really wanted to play, and then they've just sat for years and years and years. But I need to get some sleep. Do things when you're supposed to do them. And if you don't, if it turns out that it's not something that's mission critical, like Tomb Raider, you might have a hidden gem in the future. You know, go dust off like something that you thought you were going to do. I don't know. Let's say you bought some golf clubs back in 2000 with the golfist shorts and the shirt and the hat and the glove. You know, with the sticks. Go out and do some of that, or I don't know. You thought you were going to start a hobby as a taxidermist. Or go do the thing that you said you were going to do that you put off for ages. Pick up your paintbrushes or your shotgun or your I don't know, thing. go do the thing. Go do the thing that you thought you were going to do years ago that you didn't do, that you could do now to pass the time, because it might be great now. No excuses. If I can do stuff, so can you. If I can have a breakdown, so can you. Yeah, bedtime. Fun times in random places. And looking at VR gear still. Because I still just want to kick somebody in VR. Could have actually played Blade and Sorcery, couldn't I? Need to find ways to get that to the go. And Proton is amazing. Steam Play. Native applications for one operating system working on another operating system is just so good. And the fact that they're banging out a handheld for it is brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. And you can't deny that. Because back in the day, that kind of thing was just, what? I mean, outside of like Super Nintendo emulation and stuff like that, like console emulation on PC, but we're not talking about that. We're talking full on one operating system binary on another full-blown piece of hardware, something a bit more advanced than an Atari emulator or a Super Nintendo emulator. Not downplaying that stuff, but you know what I mean. Right. Hope you're good. Get out there, do shit, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. Oh, staying hydrated hasn't got rid of this headache either. Fuck it, I'm having a coffee. Before bed, live life on the edge, mate.